Hello all my beautiful sisters from those other misters, welcome back to my channel. Today is the last day of my collection reflection videos. So I also, no props to me for that name suggestion. A comment was left saying that I'm going through a collection reflection. I was like, yes, correct, I am. So all week I have been showing you guys my makeup, and I even did like my hair, skin and beauty, hair, skin, body collections, and I have been decluttering things as I've been going along. And today I'm going to talk to you about my inventory. So in 2019, at the end of the year, probably I think it was November-ish, I wrote up a collection inventory where I wrote down all of my beauty products, makeup and like beauty related hair, body, skin, stuff like that. I wrote everything down. I did my numbers, and I can tell you that it took me a really, really long time. It was quite shocking to see how much shit I had, and it really helped to sort of motivate me in 2020 to minimize my collection. And I'm not going for a minimalist makeup collection. I don't think I'll ever be that person, but also I have too much stuff and I don't want to have as much stuff as I had at the end of 2019 when I did my inventory. And I can tell you right now, after finishing my inventory last night, I still feel like I have too much, and there are areas of my collection where I really want to minimalize it. I grossly underestimated how long it would take me to do my inventory, like to update it from last year to this year. So after I filmed my collection videos, I sat down for quite a few hours and I went through, I watched those videos back and I marked things off my list, and then I had to go through and double check everything, make sure that I hadn't missed any new stuff, and double check that everything had been removed that should be removed off the list. And it took me, so I spent hours with the videos, and yesterday I started at 9:30. I reckon I took about 2 hours total in breaks, and I finished at 11 p.m. last night. And I wasn't even actually finished. I probably spent another hour on it this morning. So grossly underestimated how long it would take. I can tell you right now that I don't even want to look at makeup. Like when I was putting makeup on today, I was like, do I even need to do this? Do I? Can I just not? But I am seeing family for lunch and friends for dinner, so I figured, I should make some sort of effort, shouldn't I? But yeah, I'm sick of beauty products, I'm sick of makeup. It can all fuck off at this point. But I feel like that's a really good attitude to have when I'm trying to minimize my collection, because it helps me to do it and not have attachment to crap that I don't need to keep. So without further ado, let's get into my collection reflection. I'm gonna move over here because I'm gonna try to put some stuff on the screen for you to look at. And I'm going to look over here because I'm reading off my laptop. So I'm going to start with skincare, and I'm going to take you guys through all of my categories. So I will actually show you just a really quick sort of screenshot of how I have sort of set up my inventory. Basically, I have categories. So let's say we've got face moisturizers. I write down a list of everything I've got. If I've got multiples, then I mark it as a multiple item. And as I use things, I put them in like a finished column. Anything I declutter goes into a decluttered column, and new things go in a new section at the bottom of the inventory list. So as I go forward in life, I will know when products came into my collection, because sometimes that's the hardest thing, remembering when you got them and how old they are. So that's basically how I set this up last year, and how I went through with 2020, like bringing stuff into my life. Now, I basically made some little tables after I'd gone through all of my inventory, just to make it easier for me to tell you guys my numbers. So I don't think I'll go through all of them. I think I'll just put the tables up and you guys can sort of have a look. You can pause and have a look if you want. So essentially what I've got are categories. I've got makeup remover, oil cleanser, cleanser, scrub, toner, acid, blah, 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 blah. 2019 numbers is what I had in my inventory in 2019 when I finished doing my inventory. And then, of course, the next few columns are pretty self-explanatory. I've got the number of items that I finished, the number of items that I decluttered, how many new products came to me in 2020, and my current 2020 total, and either the increase or the decrease in my total, like, numbers of products. If it's in green, then it is a decrease in the amount of products that I had in 2019. And if it's in red, then it is an increase. And that's a fucking problem. None of them should be red. Not a single one should be red. So they're all areas that, like, I eventually want to work on. I've got a few sections that I've highlighted in yellow. And these are areas that I really want to focus on in 2021. So I've got like serums. Currently I have 26 serums. It's too many serums. I want to start using more of them on my body. That is something that I do, especially if I know that a serum that I own is getting a little bit old and I just want to like quickly move it out. Or if I don't really love it on my face, I know that I can pop it all over my body after a shower, get a good dose of something, skincare something, whether it's like hyaluronic acid or sometimes it's an actual like exfoliating one. And my body doesn't get that sort of, you know, skincare treat, whereas my face gets it every day. So it's nice. Lips. Okay. Fuck me drunk. Like, I don't even know. Okay, lip balms. Look, I love lip balms. I use a lot of them because of being on isotretinoin and my lips are still pretty dry. So owning a lot of them, I didn't really have a problem with. Now, I came into 2020 with 43. I finished 6. I decluttered 8. And they were just ones where I was like, look, it's not as good as some of the other ones I own, so I'm just going to get rid of them because I knew that I had a lot. I did not realize just how many though, until I did my numbers here and I saw that I had 21 new lip balm type products come into my life in 2020. What the fuck? I've ended the year with 50 lip products. Now, I do have a little bonus, sort of like bonus columns. So I've got items that came in PR, I've got gifted products, and then I've got purchased products. You might see up near oil cleanser that there's one with BN in brackets. That means it was a purchase that we made because of beauty news. That was the Genie Balm Cleanser from Wishful Skin, Hooters brand. And I just took that one home. So when we look back at lips, you can see I had 13 come in PR. I did declutter a bunch of them. I think 4 of them I decluttered. I had 5 gifted and I purchased 3. So I can remember the Pat McGrath ones I purchased the Noir Balm and another like tinted balm. Let me just reach over here and have a look. Oh, no. Okay, sorry. They were the Pat McGrath minis. this is something else that I need to say about my inventory. It is not perfect by any means. I know for a fact that there are things that I have left off. When I came in to film today, I saw things on my desk and I was just like, I can't do this any fucking more. I've been working on this for so long and I need to film it today. And I need to edit it today somehow in between going out for lunch and dinner so it can go up tomorrow. And I'm just like, fuck your makeup, fuck your beauty products. I don't care. So I've got 3 Pat McGrath minis in that category, but I also brought 2 large Pat McGrath minis. They ended up in my lipstick category. It all comes out in the wash, whatever. My numbers won't be like wildly off though. So it'll be like maybe, you know, maybe like 10, 15 products in total that are a bit skewed. Another area that I really want to focus on, or let's do all 3 of these at once. I've got sheet masks, face masks, and eye masks. So sheet masks, I feel like I did pretty well this year. I used up 26 of them, and my numbers have really dropped, but still, I have like a whole drawer full of them. So I've got to keep working on that. Just keep going. Face masks are more like, you know, creams in jars and stuff like that. I do have 4 single-use masks in there. They were the 4 PR items that came in this year, so 4 new masks. So they're single use. I could definitely like get them out quickly if I just remember to use them. I really enjoy masks. I like the idea of them, but I always fail to use them. That's my issue with them. And eye masks, I'd also like to whittle that down a bit. I didn't really realize that I had that many. Anything that is like a single-use mask in a box, it has like, say it's a box of 5 single-use mask sets, I counted them as like, you know, 5 items. So it does look like a large amount, and if you take the actual products and put them together, it's going to look a little bit different, but that's basically what's going on there. So my face category, like my skincare category, I started the year with 401 products. I'm finishing the year with 322. I used up 68. I decluttered 81, and I had 70 new products come into my life. That I had 70 products come in, which is more than I was able to use up in the year. That is not ideal for minimizing a collection. It means I can't buy anything new to try and justify it, and my collection will always grow if my numbers are like that year after year. Let's move on to body products. Yes, I am making you wait for makeup, but we'll get there. Okay, so this is a bit more of a controlled area, which is good. I think if we take a look, areas I want to focus on, body wash. Holy moly, I got down into our cupboard in the bathroom and I saw how many like Lush shower jellies and body like shower jellies and gels that I own. Oh my goodness, I have so many. Now I only finished 3 this year and I had 3 new ones come in. However, as I was looking through what I've got, I noticed I had a whole bunch of bottles that were like half used or like a third used or something like that. So what I have been doing in 2020 is using some and then sort of swapping them out seasonally, just so I've got a little change of pace, because a little bit goes a long way. They do last a long time. So hopefully I can finish sort of the same amount next year, and also just sort of whittle down the collection a little bit just by using it, which means it'll be easier for me to finish up more products in the future. Other areas, I've got hand cream that I want to work on. I do have a lot of hand creams. Now I like hand creams, I use them, and I like having them for if someone's like, I need a hand cream. I'm like, hey, I got fucking 20 of them. Well, 17 actually. But I would like to get that down a little bit as well. Fragrance, candles, and candle minis. Okay, so fragrance, I finished 3. I decluttered 2 and I had 2 new ones come in 2020. That's not too bad, but I would like to do a little bit better next year if I can. So I'm going to try and focus on that. I think fragrance is hard because I've already pretty much done a run through of that collection and tried things out, and I'm pretty sure that everything that I have I really enjoy, but I like to swap them out quite regularly. Otherwise I get sick of a scent and it kind of ruins it for me. So it is a difficult area for me to actually whittle down and use up the products, but we're going to give it a go. That's one that I really want to like keep an eye on throughout the year. Candles, big candles. I finished 9. Can you fucking believe it? I finished 9 candles and I purchased 2. I decluttered 1. It leaves me with 14 candles. I am really happy with that. I would like to continue that in 2021. And candle minis, I feel like I fell off the wagon with this area. So I had 11, I finished 2, and I have 9 currently. Most of my candle minis are diptyque minis. And it's hard for me to use them because they're luxe and bougie. Also, I just want to go back to candles for a second because I've got one in the decluttered section. I feel like you guys will be like, what candle did you declutter? Technically, I didn't declutter it. I actually gave it to a friend. But because it went out of my life without me using it or finishing it, I consider it a decluttered item. So my body numbers were 184 products that I came into 2020 with. I finished 33, I decluttered 18. I had 26 new products come in 2020, and I'm left with 159 products. So that is a decrease. Okay, let's get into the hair category. This isn't a huge one, and I basically, you'll see it's all in yellow. I want to focus on the whole thing, essentially. So you can see my numbers, 2020 numbers. I started with 100 products. I am ending with 109. I was gifted a lot of products. Madeline has been very generous. She gifts me Davines products to try out, which I love. I have also purchased a few products myself, and I do want to say with the treatment section where I've got 21 PR products, that's because I had 2 packets of the they're the Mint Bomb, I can't remember the brand. Anyway, they're little individual hair masks. They're amazing. You would have seen them in my video just yesterday where I went through all of my skin, body and hair products. Now they come in packs, but they're individual masks in each pack, and I count them individually because when I use them, I put them in my empties and I consider them an individual item. So then it's easy for me to mark off my list. Although don't get it twisted, I don't actually mark things off this list as I go throughout the year, and that's probably one of the main reasons, or not the main reason, but a huge factor as to why this was so bloody difficult to get up to date. I need to stay on top of that. Another problem area, dry shampoo. Okay, so I don't really use a lot of dry shampoo. I decluttered 3 of 18 that I own. A lot of them are minis, as you would have seen in yesterday's video. I don't use a lot of dry shampoo. My hair doesn't really get oily these days. However, if it does and I want dry shampoo, it's the sort of thing I don't want to buy it. I don't want to buy it. I would literally prefer to hold on to 15 cans for 20 years and just have it there and never have to buy it. They've all come in PR. So yeah, that explains that area of my life. So wrapping up hair, like I said, I started with 100 products. I finished 16. I decluttered 15. I had 40 new products come into my life, and I'm leaving with 109. It's a lot. It's a lot. I need that number to be below 100 by the end of next year. Otherwise, it's just problematic. Okay, let's get into makeup, which I'm sure most of you are here for. Sorry to make you wait, but it is what it is. This is my biggest category. It's going to take a long time. I'm probably going to be annoyed and frustrated by the time it's over. So I didn't want to start the video with it because I don't want to then have to go through everything else in a bad mood. So, okay. Look, the whole area is problematic, to be honest. I am really happy with how much I have decluttered this year, but when I see these numbers, I see that I can definitely do better. So I will be like, I'll have the drive to do that in 2021, which is exciting. So primers, I started with 15. I didn't finish any. I decluttered 8 and I had 3 new ones come into my life. One of them was purchased. The rest were PR. Eye primer, I didn't finish any up. Is that a surprise? No. I decluttered 2 and I had 2 come in. I didn't purchase any of those. Foundation, this is definitely something that I am excited to start focusing on fairly early in 2021. So I started the year with 47. I finished 3, decluttered 12. I had 7 new ones come into my collection and I think I have 39 now. Now, I do need to say that this particular part of my collection, I know the numbers aren't accurate. I know I've got some foundations that came into my collection very recently and they are not on the list. They haven't been included, but it's not a lot. My end number might be like 41 instead of 39. So it's not way off. I don't have like 20 extra foundations floating around. It's close, but it's not exact. I'm also very proud to say that I did not purchase any foundations in 2020. So well done me. Concealers, again, I do want to focus on this area. I haven't marked it as such, but every category in makeup is like under scrutiny at the moment as far as I'm concerned. So I started with 18, I finished 2, decluttered 11, 9 came into my life in 2020. How is it? Just you wait and see. Like, look at the fucking highlight category, for Christ's sake. Anyway, 3 of those concealers I purchased myself. 2 of them I decluttered because they were just fucking rubbish. Powder, I'm very pleased with how that area has sort of shrunk a little bit. I was gung-ho on sorting that shit out. So I started with 40, I finished 2, which is not a lot for me by any means. I decluttered 13. I had 3 new ones come into my collection. I'm currently at 28 items. Face mists, also, I feel like I did okay with this area, although the incoming and the outgoing balances each other out a little bit, which is kind of sad. So I finished 7, which is fantastic. I decluttered 10, and I had 7 new ones come into my life. So it leaves me at 51, which is 10 less than I started with at the start of the year. Bronzer, that category grew, unfortunately. Blush, that category did shrink. I decluttered 24 items from there, which is fantastic over the space of the year. And I'm now left with 39 blushes. It's still way too many blushes. Way too many. Okay, highlight. If you think that the highlight craze is dead, I'm here to tell you right now that you're wrong. You're simply wrong. So I started the year with 99. I didn't finish any. I have decluttered 33. I had 23 highlights come into my stash. I personally purchased 3. So that's a thing, but 18. I got 18 highlights in PR, which is ridiculous. I'm currently at 89 highlighters. So there we go. That's problematic. That does include highlighting palettes. And I think maybe I would like to make a highlighting palette category just to sort of break that up a little bit. Face palettes, that shrunk just a little bit. Brow color, also that shrunk. I'm pretty happy with, I used up 6 brow products. well done me. That's more than I decluttered, and it's more than came into my life in 2020. Brow setting products, that shrunk, but only because I decluttered some. Mascaras also shrunk, but I had a lot come in to my stash and I haven't really used any up. Mascara minis shrunk a little bit, same as colored mascaras. Actually, colored mascaras I did alright. I got rid of 7 of them. Black gel liners, hasn't changed because I decluttered 2 and 2 came into my life. Yep, great. Pen liners, that just grew. And hard thing is I didn't really use any. I finished 1 in 2020, but I've been using like sort of a liquid one, and it's just taking forever to finish up. It's going in the bin at the end of the year. And then, you know, we've got colored pen liners, colored pencil liners, colored gel liners, little bit of change there, all decreasing in size, which is fantastic. Same as colored liquid liners. I have a lot in that category because I've got a whole crap load of JD Glow. They're like liquid gel liners, so it is what it is. Alright, we're going to get into the part of the makeup collection where we start seeing some pretty big numbers. Single eyeshadows, I started the year with 80. I finished 3. They're all like skin tone, skin colored eyeshadows. That's really good. Oh, and of course Gold Gaga. I did include that as something that I finished because I worked on that for so fucking long. And it was not my fault, kind of my fault, that it was no longer good for use. I decluttered 42 single shadows, which is fantastic, and I'm so happy about that. I looked at that drawer again yesterday and I was like, God damn, fantastic, really pleased with that. And I look at it and I feel like I have more of an ability and more control over actually using the things, focusing on them, trying them, seeing what I want to keep, what I don't. Whereas before I was just so overwhelmed with that drawer. I had 14 single eyeshadows come into my stash via PR, which is this face. And I'm left with 49. So that is a good decrease. Pigments, there was a decent-ish decrease there. I decluttered 14 items. Liquid shadows, I decluttered 17 and 4 came into my stash via PR, and 2 that I purchased, the Natasha Denona ones, I would happily get rid of one of them. I'm just holding on to it in case I need it in the future. Glitters, I got rid of some there as well. I currently have 30. Palettes, okay, this is a... Look, I'm sure a lot of people want to know this, and I was very curious about this as well. So I started the year with 212. Fucking ridiculous. I didn't finish any, obviously. I decluttered 64. And I had... How is this even possible? I had 23 come into my life. 5 of them I purchased. And I'm going to say this. I feel like that's a bit too much, but I'm also not really disappointed with myself. That is less than 1 every 2 months. I think I would like to get my palette purchasing habits to no more than 1 a quarter. So max 4 a year. At this stage, that's like... it's plenty. I had 14 come in PR and I was gifted 4, and the 4 that I was gifted I really enjoy. So, you know, like having 23 palettes come into my collection in a year is 100% way too much for me. Like that is fucking 200% way too much. But it's definitely better than past years. I know it is, so I'm okay with it, and I'm a lot more ruthless with what I keep these days, so that's good. So at the moment I have 171 palettes. I think it might be off by a few palettes here or there, but I'm pretty sure that is close to being accurate. And again, I want to focus on that in 2021. I want to use the palettes I wanted to get rid of things that I no longer want. So that is definitely an area I will focus on. Lip liners, it increased, but I'm not too worried about it. Lip liners, I'm like, whatever. They don't take up that much space. They don't offend me, and they're useful. Lip gloss, this is definitely, like, this was bad. 107 I started the year with. I used up 5, which is fantastic. I decluttered 35. I had 18 new lip glosses come into my life. Most of them PR. I only purchased 1, which is great. If I was only purchasing my makeup, my collection, like, I'd be really happy with the numbers this year. But that's not the case. And I am very grateful for PR. Don't get me wrong. But it just also makes me, you know, a bit more aware, especially seeing these numbers, of, you know, how much I have, and it's okay to get rid of things. It's okay not to keep everything. So yeah. And I'm leaving the year with 85 lip glosses. I definitely want to focus on that in 2021. I consider that too many lip glosses. It is my most used lip product after lip balm, or tinted lip balm, but it could definitely, you know, it could be smaller. Mini lip glosses at 19. I started the year with, I'm leaving with 16. There's been some usage and decluttering there. I didn't have any new ones come in, which is great. And I would, 100%, I would love to just completely wipe out that stash in 2021. If I could use them all up and declutter the ones that I don't want, that would be fantastic. I might even try and do like a mini lip product project in 2021. Maybe, I'm thinking might be fun. Lipsticks, 196. What? Fucking hell. I didn't finish any, no surprise there. I'm still working on Boho Nude, which I've been pretty much using majority of the year, or the best part of the year, I would say. Wearing it today. I love it. It's very nice, but it'll take me 10 years to finish it. I decluttered 93. I had 11 new ones come into my collection. It leaves me at 114 lipsticks. I purchased 4. 2 of them were the Hourglass Confession Ultra Slim Lipstick Duo for holiday, and 2 were the Pat McGrath. One was a tinted balm and one was the Noir lip balm. They definitely could have gone into the skincare lip category. It's just the way that they're the way they're stored in my collection, they got bunched in with lipstick, so it is what it is. But I definitely want to focus on that area next year as well. Same with lipstick minis, that didn't shrink much. I got rid of 3, but like I said, I'm considering doing a project, so hopefully I could wipe out that collection like completely in 2021, or get it down to a very, very small number of products that I really enjoy and I want to actually finish. Liquid lipsticks, I was pretty brutal here. I got rid of 42. I started with 77. I've got 35 now. I didn't have any new ones come into my life, and look, I'm happy with that, and I hope to try out what I've got. Maybe my lips will get a little bit more balanced out in the future. I'll be able to actually use some of them. If not, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. And then liquid lipstick minis. I've only got 2. I started the year with 5. I decluttered 3. And again, they're on the chopping block. I'm pretty sure those ones are NARS, not Velvet Lip Glides, Power Matte lip things. So I'm pretty sure they're both NARS ones. So we'll see how I go with that. Before I give you my final numbers for my makeup category, and they're not good, there is one other thing that I want to let you guys know about. In 2019, when I was doing my palette category, I also wrote down the amount of pans that were in each palette, so I could have these like shocking numbers to help motivate me into whittling down my collection. So I had 2,520 individual pans in eyeshadow palettes. I have decluttered a total of 693 pans in palettes. That number's a little bit off because I had a few palettes that were still sealed, like shrink wrap sealed. I decluttered them and I don't know how many pans were in them. I didn't look. I don't fucking care. And I'm wrapping up the year, and this annoys me because they're so close. 2,151. It's because I brought a couple of big palettes into my life in 2020. So it is what it is. Okay, so my numbers. Total products that I started the year with was 1,523 in the makeup category. I finished 34. I decluttered 518, and I had 188 come into my stash via PR, gifts, or items that I purchased. And I am leaving the year with 1,159 products. So there's that. That's a lot of makeup. One other area that I did do an inventory for in 2019 was my samples. And the reason why I did this was because I had very grandiose plans of pretty much finishing up all of my samples, and I wanted to be able to keep track of them, and I didn't do very well, to be perfectly frank. So I'll pop that table up here. You can pause it and have a look if you want. I pretty much want to focus on the whole section, like the whole lot of samples that I've got. Really bad areas are serums. Why I had 42 serums when I started the year. I've used up 19. I've decluttered some. That's great. I have more come in. I'm leaving 27 serums. That's a lot. And moisturizer. My God, I'm leaving the year with 67 moisturizers. Granted, some of them are like single-use sachets, but I reckon there's potentially almost a year's worth of moisturizer samples stashed away in my house. Oh God. I also have a lot of fragrance samples, and look, it's fine because they're fairly easy to use up, but it's definitely an area where I want to like do something about that. I gotta sort that shit out, sort it out. And the last table that I want to show you are my total numbers all together. So this will help you to see where I started and where I'm finishing over my whole collection. This is a very helpful area for me because it makes me go, oh my God, what the hell? So I started the year with 2,548 products. This does include my sample area, and I'll probably always include that because it's something that I want to keep under control. It very easily gets out of control. I used up 223 products, which is pretty good, and I decluttered 667 products. The hard part is 387, which were new items that came into my life in 2020. Most of these are PR. It totally negates everything that I used up in the year and starts to eat into things that I decluttered. So there we go. But I am ending the year on a win. 2,045 products, so that is 503 products that I have got out of my stash, which is really good. I think I would like to be a little bit more strict with what I keep from PR. It's hard because everything I kept, like, I genuinely like it. I definitely know that I can use up more products. I did not do all that well with the amount of things that I used up in 2020. There were times where, you know, I just didn't really feel like using stuff. Makeup especially went to the wayside, and I totally blame just being at home a lot for that. You know, and I don't really want to walk around the house wearing makeup if I don't have to. So I know I can do better in that aspect, and I will be interested to see what my numbers are in 2021. I'm a little annoyed that I have to wait a whole year to see, but that is where I am finishing off my inventory for comparing 2019 to 2020. Collection reflection, yes? Alright guys, so that's it for my collection reflection inventory for 2020 comparing to 2019. You have seen my numbers, you've seen my collection, you saw what I decluttered, and I will do one of these again next year. I think I will do the inventory video, and I will do the collection videos as well. We can, you know, look back, see how things have changed. I know other people do keep makeup and beauty inventory, so if you do that, feel free to let us know your numbers down below, how you stay on top of, you know, maintaining an inventory. Mine was just a mess. Maybe I'll be better with it next year, maybe I won't. I don't know, no promises. It is what it is. I do feel like I want to take a little bit more time to sort of go over it again and just double check things, because I know I've missed a few things, but I've run out of time. And it's something I need to do when I'm a little less under pressure with the most wonderful time of the year. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.